That final play, when you guys went to the timeout, can you kind of talk about what you said to the team, how you drew it up, and did it have to be Eniya?
Yeah, the play was designed for Eniya. We wanted to run a clear out action, let her go downhill. Thought she had been aggressive in the paint all night, making the right read, either making the pass or finishing around the rim. So I was going to go to her at the end. Petty told her, put it up, and if you miss it, I'm going to go get the offensive rebound. So my Baltimore connection was connecting tonight in the fourth. And I told Eniya Russell I was so proud of her. Obviously, she scored 21 points, but I challenged her early to play defense. I thought she had some big defensive stops, and none bigger than the steal that she got from the high post. We talked about defensive intensity and helping us generate points off of our defense, and that was a huge steal.
You mentioned that Baltimore connection. When those two are firing on all cylinders, when they're playing together, what does that chemistry bring to this roster?
Well, they've grown up together, and they have a great feel for each other and playing with each other. I thought Petty stayed solid. She got in foul trouble early, but stayed with us. I thought she made some key buckets at the end, made the right reads, but more importantly, I thought she crashed the offensive boards, and we needed just that.
Well, Coach, how devastating was it to have Maddie go down, and is she okay?
It's always devastating to see Maddie or any other player go down. Our medical staff will continue to evaluate her. Hadn't had a chance to see her, and we're praying for a great verdict there.
Quite a few Boston College contributors are size mismatches for your players. What did you do that worked defensively to combat that?
I thought we changed it up, and our players sold out defensively today. I asked them to come in, empty their tank, play with some intensity. We weren't going to play perfect. We were going to make some defensive mistakes, but just fly around and make plays, and they did that. We talked about our littles. I was like, listen, you just got to get down there and battle. We're going to try to bring you some help, make them score over you, make them make tough shots. And we had just enough stops to win, so we'll take it.
Getting your first win this season, not only the first win, but snapping the 5-game losing streak. How proud are you and happy that that's happened?
Well, it's always good to win. We wanted to snap the losing streak for sure, but how we did it, we talked about being tough and earning it. No one was going to give it to us, and we earned that victory tonight. It's great to be back in Lexington in front of our fans and home, but this was a hard-fought victory, and they earned it.
Both Brooklyn and Emma King played very confident, very, hustle forward today. What did they do today to help you guys win?
Well, I told Emma, we talked about it before the game. I was like, what's the best game you've ever played? She was like, I think I hit 10 threes in a game tonight. I was like, well, listen, let's go back to that. Play with that confidence. But I thought she played with poise and confidence. She made some big plays that I thought really ignited us. The offensive rebounds, the putbacks, the and ones. I thought she was solid. At one point, Emma was our 5. So she can play all positions, has a high basketball IQ, but it's her toughness.
Talk about how good it felt to win today. I feel like when you guys were celebrating after the game, you gave Emma a hug. What was that moment like for you guys?
I love that kid. A Kentucky kid that loves this university, loves this program. She's going to sell out. So to see her have success, she's put so much work into it. To see her have success, just so happy for her. And we were all celebrating. We talked about the energy that we needed, and everybody needed to make plays. And I want to give Brooklyn Miles a shout out. I thought she was just steady and tough, locked in. 9.6 assists, 4 steals. I thought she wore it out on the defensive end. But the biggest thing is I challenged her to step in and score. Hit a 3 today, hammered down, hit a big layup in the paint, but played with poise and confidence. And that's what we need from her.
Coach, even before losing Maddie, y'all were slumped without Eniya and Eniya. Is there a time frame on their return?
Mimi is day-to-day with her shoulder. We'll continue to get her evaluated. Z is suspended indefinitely for behavioral issues, and we are evaluating that internally.
Despite being short of a few players tonight, of course, for various reasons, you guys still pulled it out in the end. How much of that is a testament to the depth of this team and the versatility of the team?
Well, versatility does matter. Eniya Russell played the 3-4-5. Emma King played the 3-4-5. So we got to be able to move around, but we do play positionless basketball. We practice that way. They're confident in it. And we just talked about next man up. We had to be able to make plays, and everyone came in and made plays. We wanted to have fun today and be fearless. And I just can't tell you how proud I am of this team. It's been a rough week, but for them to bounce back and come back with a gritty win, that's going to give us the confidence that we need.
You were dynamite all night tonight, but I want to ask you specifically about that final play that you guys drew up for you guys to retake the lead. What did Coach say during the huddle, during the timeout? Why were you confident you could get it done? How'd it go?
That play, not really something out of the ordinary. In practice, we have offensive review, and she run those plays for our wings. So that was something I was comfortable with, and I had confidence in my team around me to let me know that I can get the job done. So nothing new.
You two obviously have known each other for a long time. We've talked about your connection in the past. What works when you guys are on the same wavelength on the floor?
I just think, like, when I see Eniya driving, I know, like, if she going up, she gonna make it. If she not, I'm gonna go grab it. And most of the time, she's looking for me to, like, dump it off. So, like, I remember one play where, like, she was going, and I just was standing there with my hands ready because I'm like, she's going to pass me the ball. And I'm like, when we first started playing together, I could never I couldn't catch her passes. It was so crazy. But, like, it's just knowing, when you play with someone for such a long time, you know their tendencies and you just know what they're going to do. So
this snapped a 5-game losing streak, of course. What did you guys talk about, you two leaders on this team, to kind of get back to the space of it's a new day, let's get it done?
I got it. So really, like I was saying, we definitely needed this win. I think everybody needed to see, because there was a lot of great ball movement, team ball movement. Everyone needed to see their shots going through the hoops. So I think it was something we can definitely build on. But coming into this game, we like to take accountability and realize, like, what we needed to do to fix it. But we also want to let go of things and just keep moving forward and progressing. So in practice, we definitely had a hard practice coming back from the Virgin Islands, coming off all those losses. But I feel like Coach prepared us well to build off our mistakes and get ready for the next game, which was today. So I think this game is definitely going to help us prepare us for the next game, and confidence-wise, too, for everybody, because everybody contributed very well. So I feel like this game was a big step for us.
Eniya, after seeing Maddie go down, what was going through your head thinking that you might be the one that has to step up?
Yeah, I just felt like personally, I didn't feel like I had to step up. I feel like we just had to pick up from where Maddie left us off at. She definitely started the game off because, we have BK and Cassie Rowe as our point guards too, but Maddie is more like she slows the game down for us. So I think she set us up very well to start the game off with a great pace. And I just was looking at all my other teammates just to play and just keep the ball moving, keep rolling, and just finish the game off strong how we usually do all the time. So
now you mentioned pacing. Would you prefer a faster pace, or the pace was okay for you?
The pace is great. It just depends on like if we're going fast and we just keep missing, that means we obviously got to slow it down. So it depends on how our scoring efficiency is. Yeah, so I feel like both paces are great. I love BK pace, Cassie Rowe pace, Maddie pace. We can all, because we practice with them all the time, so we can all level off to their pace. So it's all about the flow of the game.
Petty, can you kind of speak to the defensive adjustments that you guys had to make throughout this game? Obviously, there's some size mismatches against Boston College.
I think it was just, like Eniya said, we came into practice and Coach Elzy basically just discussed that, like, even if shots aren't falling, that, like, we need to play defense. I know personally after the game, she one of the games down in the Virgin Islands, she talked to me about, like, hey, your shot's not falling, you still got to defend, you still got to rebound. So I think it was just like Eniya said, we had a lot of tough conversations and talked about what we needed to do to adjust. And I think everyone bought in. Like, Sanaya in the beginning of the game, like, she was coming and running through passes that they were throwing to the post. She's so tiny. So it was a good all-around win. Everybody contributed. So.